Darnell up ahead with the staggered start. All of his GT4 compatriots following behind as we are now green flag for the final time tonight, riding along with the GT4s. Darnell holding station to the outside, allowing the drivers behind to battle. He is going to try and run away the best that he can. The GT4s seem to have made it through clean. Darnell ahead of Jennings, but Horner looking to attack early. The GT4s choked up with these GT2s that are also trying to make their way around the track. Car number 81 of Breakfast is around at the back of the field. Van Wyck, starting at the pits, is just now making his way out. Horner and Darnell side by side down into turn 3. Horner will have the inside, but Darnell will not afford him the space just yet to have the overtake. Darnell, I can only imagine, is going to race this race extremely hard as he's nearly passing a GT2 at the start of the race. These leading cars are battling all that they can, which is only going to allow the following cars to close up that gap. McDonough and Darnell nearly making contact down into the touch of a brake, a very small braking zone. Now you see McDonough flashing the lights, trying to get Darnell to force a mistake. Darnell extremely defensive to the inside of turn 1. McDonough and Jack both following to the outside. McDonough can try it around the outside of turn 1, and he's nearly got it done. It looks like he may be able to get it done, and he has locked that position in. He is completely around Darnell. Darnell down into P2. McDonough up into P1. Craters following close behind. Winter and Viana still there, still in position to take one of these podium positions away. Car number 7 once more of Johnston is around Darnell and McDonough, battling once more down here into turn 4. Darnell in position to potentially get this position back. McDonough, it's extremely hard for him to get it around the outside. There is the option of a cutback on the exit of turn 4 heading into turn 5, but they are going to go side by side as they bang doors coming through turn 5 down into turn 6. McDonough with the outside of turn 4 now has the inside of turn 6 and 7. Now on the inside of 6, coming down into 7, Darnell is going to have the advantage, but he does have to leave the space for McDonough. They're essentially going there 2 by 2, but they will file back into order. McDonough just behind Darnell, once again forcing Darnell to go extremely defensive on the inside. The more that these cars battle, the more that they are going to allow that group behind to bunch up. These cars can only battle like this so close for so long. You see Craters nearly getting a nose on McDonough there. He definitely had the nose past the rear bumper, but it wasn't close enough for a move. Now we got a 5-way battle for the potentially the lead here. Rowan, the car behind that could pick up the scraps. This is an extremely tense battle here. Darnell now breaking away in the lead. They're 3 wide through turn 1. You don't fit 3 cars through there, but they have somehow done it. Craters still holding on to P3 here with Winter and Winter and Viana following close behind. Now McDonough and Darnell trying to fight for the battle, trying to fight for the lead. Rowan now potentially looking for a move, just backing out of it, thinking better of the move there. Winter's trying around the outside of Jack. Now these drivers are side by side heading down towards turn 4. Winter has made the move. He did go a little bit off track, but he did get the move. Horner still ahead of Darnell. It's got to be everything that Darnell has in him to get this position back. Darnell with a much nicer turn 5 than Horner, much nicer than he did previously. Jennings currently in P3, and Peasley getting a drive-through penalty for track limits that is not going to help his championship points if he's going to try and get ahead of his teammate of Winter. And now Horner and Darnell doing it once more. The tango down the backstretch here, the long backstretch. Horner weaving back and forth, trying to break the toe. Darnell closing ever so much closer. Will he be close enough for the move down into turn 8? Horner fully defensive to the inside. Darnell following close behind. Jennings waiting behind to potentially pick up the scraps and maybe get a runaway win here. Darnell on the inside trying to get with Horner, and Darnell is going to lose the car. Darnell is around. Darnell is not going to win this race, and he's not going to get those crucial points that he needs, as he will now drop down. Getting a lot of the curb, nearly sliding the car around to the outside. We'll see if Harold can close the gap up down into turns 10 and 11 here. Car number 914, Eggy, getting a stop-and-go penalty for cutting the track. Harold on Bush. He's got 2 corners left. Bush has to hold on 2 more corners. Harold has 2 more corners for opportunity, 2 more corners for glory, 2 more corners for victory. Harold, it's got to be a move. Dive bomb down into the final corner. He's sent it. Licked a stamp and sent it. They're all over each other, clamoring on the curb. It's going to be a drag race to the line. Harold trying to get ahead of Bush, but Bush has got it. We'll see who's going to get the run down to the line. And Bush has gotten the win by just under 0.2 of a second. Extremely hard fought battle with those drivers there. Wagner ahead of Elizondo. Wagner will finish ahead of Elizondo to bring home the final spot on the podium.